Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of Kawfee Talk. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea, or grab a martini, because today is jam-packed with a lot of things that we got to get through. I am literally making a pumpkin espresso martini in front of you right now. That's the type of energy we are on today. Are you ready for it? Will you be ready for it? Is anybody ready for it? I am. Okay, hold on. I have to add the pumpkin. Adding pumpkin. Pumpkin, how the hell did I get here? Oh my God. I feel like that's a good enough flavoring because I want it to be like on the sweeter side. I know you probably can't hear me. But that's okay. Give it a little finishing shake. This does not feel secure at all, but this is the type of energy we're on today, okay? Now pouring it in a martini glass. Ooh. I did not use enough coffee, and there's a lot of liquor in here. Pray for me, pray for me, pray for me, baby. Wow, I am literally a Renaissance woman. Okay, let's take our first sip together. This does not look like a dark enough martini. I did not use enough coffee, but here we are. Wow, that's actually delicious. I thought it was going to be disgusting. Oh no, we're going to have some fun today. Wow. Okay, welcome everybody. Sorry that took so long. We are going to start our episode with our beautiful affirmation that we love to start with. And a topic that I really want to touch on today, it's something that's very important to me, and I know that it's important to you guys, is feeling like we are late. I always hear this from people that feel like they're not there yet. They feel like they're not at their spot. They feel like they're too old, or they're not pretty enough yet, or they're not thin enough yet, or they don't have the confidence yet, or they're waiting for something to happen to get there, or they feel like they just didn't get there, and now the rest of your life you have to mourn something that you could still do? So we are going to start the episode with a great affirmation that I wrote today that I feel like can help you, because it also has helped me. Like, this is something that I feel like everybody sometimes goes through, and it's important to work through it. So everybody take a deep breath. Take a sip of whatever you're drinking right now. And say this to yourself. I am exactly where I need to be. I am not late or behind. Everything is happening for me, even if it hasn't reached me yet. Everything is happening for me, even if it has not reached me yet. That's powerful. I can't believe I wrote that. Pat on the back to me. You go, Day. You go, Day. I cannot explain to you how true that is. Okay, we've all gone through it. We've all felt that we're late. We aren't there yet. This or that. Let me tell you something. You feeling late or behind in life is a lie and an excuse. If I have to kick your ass to tell you it, I will. You will never be late or never be behind in life unless you never start. The only way that you are late or behind in life is if you never start. Get up off your ass. What are we doing? Stop. We continue to let these outside sources control our brain. Let me tell you something. Nobody cares about you as much as you fucking think they do. Nobody. And if they do, they're a fucking weirdo. They're weird. Who texted me? Oh, my mother. She would say the same thing. They're weird. Nobody cares about you that much. So you better care about yourself more. Nobody loves you more than you could. Not than you do. Because you need to love yourself more in order to really make this work. Love yourself more, heavier, harder, obnoxiously, arrogantly. I'll never forget I had a boyfriend who called me arrogant. He said, I don't like your newfound arrogance. And I remember feeling shocked Because I was like, this is the first time in my life that I feel like I'm truly loving myself and you feel as though I'm being arrogant. Let them. Somebody says, oh, she's always like, she's being selfish, she's always self-centering herself. She's so self-centered. Say, thank you. I know. Oh, it's a crime to prioritize myself? I think not, bitch. Okay? Fuck off. Woo! We are on one today. I had one sip of that martini and I'm like, I'm feeling great. Okay? I've had a lot of coffee today. Maybe the wiredness is like catching up to me. I cannot explain that more. Like, I cannot explain this enough. You are not late. That feeling of being late is a lie. Why? Let me tell you something right now. Time is going to move regardless of whether you like it or not. It is the only thing that is sure in this world, that time moves. So whether you think, oh, I want to achieve this right now, or maybe I'll achieve this in 6 months, or maybe I'll achieve this a month from now, you are going to reach that time regardless, whether you like it or not. So why not start today? You can't control time, but you can control what you do with it. So control it in the way that you want. It's that year is going to come. So when you get there, are you going to look back and say, I should have started it then? Or are you going to look back and say, wow, I'm so happy I just made that decision to take that risk for whatever it is that you want to do in your life? Just do it. You want to go back to school? Just do it. You want to take a course? Do it. Try something new? Do it. Fail at 100 miles per hour. And if you suck, then you suck. But at least you know. You are never late. I feel like as women, we go through this too because like from the second we pop out of the womb, everybody's like, oh, she's on a timer. She's on a ticking time bomb. You have to, graduate at a certain time. And then you have to get a degree at a certain time. And then you have to have a career at a certain time. And then you have to get married at a certain time. And then you have to have kids at a certain time. And then you have to have it. And you have to do this and you do this. We are consumed with the idea of a clock that I feel like is very different to men. I don't feel like men have that same, well, they don't have that same experience. Who cares? Time is no longer a thing. Age is no longer a thing. Do it now. Start now. You don't need to abide by the same journey that everybody else has. I used to feel like this all the time. As a performer, I would always feel like, oh my God, I'm so behind. Because why? Because Dakota Fanning was starring in things at the age of 9. Because Ariana Grande was selling out stadiums and doing all these things by the age of 20. They had different ecosystems. They have a different background. They have a different journey, okay? I used to be so jealous of Ariana Grande. She's like a few years older than me, and I'm like, I should be doing that. Ariana Grande grew up wealthy and with resources. She had the resources to expand her talent, and she deserves every bit of recognition that she has through her talent. And I think it's common for a lot of people that didn't grow up with money, network, resources to resent rich and wealthy people, because a lot of them that are not as talented as like Ariana Grande or, other people, you feel like, well, I should be up there. And it's okay to feel that way, but don't sit on your ass and complain about it. Get up. If you should be up there, then go be up there. This chick from, Ariana Grande just did SNL this past week, and she was phenomenal. She was phenomenal. You can't sit here and tell me that she wasn't good. I'm not going to believe it. She was great. She's phenomenal. She's got great comedic timing. And there's this chick on the cast. I forgot her name. Oh my God, I forgot her name. She was in the Bridesmaid skit. She's in like every skit. Hold on. Oh, I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. She's great. But she was a hairstylist before she was on SNL. And she would watch SNL every week and be like, oh my God. She was on this podcast and she said it. She was on SNL and every week, she would say, oh, I could do that. Oh, I could do that. And she was a professional hairstylist. She already had a career. And then I guess her roommate or her friend told her that she should do it. And she told her brother, and her older brother was like, I will pay for your comedy classes. And she got on SNL. It's never, I just got chills telling that story. Oh my God. Do you see it in the camera? I literally just got chills telling that story. It's never too late. It's never too late to do what you want. And age is not a thing. Nicki Minaj blew up when she was 30. You know what I mean? Victoria Monet is in mid-30s. I'm just comparing it to entertainment because that's where I'm at. But You are not where you want to be right now because there are tools that you needed to obtain first. Oh my gosh. Like if I would have blown up at like 20, I would have been canceled already. I would have been done. Okay. My self-awareness was not there. I thought I knew everything and I did not. And I thank God every day. Like, thank you so much for not launching me into the stratosphere at that time. And I now have all of the tools, not all of them, but I have way more tools than I had at that time that I wanted to pop off. And that's what you guys have right now. And you have to reframe your thinking, okay? You might feel like, why am I not there? Why am I not there? But you have to frame your thinking and say, you know what? I didn't get that opportunity because I needed to learn this. There is no such thing as wasted time. Time is only wasted if you continue to do the same thing and you don't learn anything from it. And you expect different results. That is wasted time. Putting yourself in a repetitive cycle where nothing changes and you refuse to acknowledge you're doing in that. You cannot look back at things and be like, well, this person didn't pick me because they don't like me and they don't like, they have an issue with me. They're jealous and they're this. No. What can you do differently? Because you cannot control what other people do, but you can control how you react. You can control what you do the next time. Okay? I cannot stress this enough. Be your, get up off your ass. If I got to be that tough sister that tells you stop pitying yourself. I get into slumps. I get into self-pity slumps. I do. And I'm talking to my mom and my mom's like, Diana, shut up. My mother, you know what my mom says to me? She goes, Ashpet, okay? That means stop, wait. Ashpet, let me tell you something right now. You are talented. I did not bust my ass and give you a decent life with the little that I had for you to not make something of yourself. That's what my mother says. She goes, you better make something of yourself. You're going to make something of yourself. And she has been my biggest motivator and my biggest push. And that's why you guys love my mom. Every time I put her on the internet, you guys are like, oh my God, Miss P. And everybody growing up called my mom Mrs. P. And I cannot explain to you, like, stop feeling sorry for yourself. I know it sucks. I know it sucks. But what? You're gonna let the world get you down? You're gonna bed rot for a day, then get up off your ass. I love you. You deserve more. And I refuse to let you sink to the bottom of your potential. Get up. Wow, I sounded like Mel Robbins. Didn't I sound like Mel Robbins? I totally sound like Mel Robbins. I love that blonde lady. Mel Robbins is the greatest. Oh, a great way to make money in New York City, okay? Great way to make money in New York City. Sit in as an audience member, a live audience member on a TV show. That was like one of my favorite ways to make extra money. You can do it. Just look it up online. Sometimes it's on Craigslist, okay? Sit in as a live audience member. I love that. Oh my God, you get to sit there and they're like, okay, everybody. And you're like, oh, ooh, I'm telling you, do it. So fun. Okay. Moving on. We're moving right along. I'm shocked at how fucking good this is. Updates. I'm just going to give you guys some updates on my life. Okay. Number one, first of all, make sure you guys are liking and rating this podcast, whether it's on Spotify, if you're on Patreon, on TikTok, on Instagram, anything helps. And like, let's get some more people up in here. Like, I know it's really hard to do things on your own. And I keep dropping my fucking paper. That's a big thing. I also just wanted to say, like, I was supposed to be hosting this prom night in hell at 54 Below, and unfortunately, it's canceled. So I'm really sorry about that. If you bought tickets, money should be refunded to you. But yeah, really upset about that. And I was gonna talk about that, but I also, touching back on like feeling late and things like that. Doing this podcast, I'm learning every week things that I like. New ways to run it, new ideas. And, doing this on my own, I'm trying to like really find more efficient ways because I don't want to spend hours editing it because I have so many other things that I want to work on that I can bring to you guys. But like trying all these things on my own, feeling like I'm late, it ties into like me feeling burnt out lately. And it's really important to recognize when you are burning out, because I didn't realize until this week that, wow, I've been burnt out almost this whole year in terms of my music. And I've been telling you guys for a month, yes, new music is coming. Yes, new music is coming. Yes, new music is coming. But I hadn't really felt like my niche, my space, my sound, and my routine, my strategy. And my mom was really just like, you know, Diana, I'm going to kick your ass into gear because you've been playing a little scared this year. And she's right. Like, I haven't put on a performance, a concert in like over a year. And that's terrifying. I've performed, I do private events, I do some shows, I've done plays, I've done things like that. Like I've tapped into other areas of my craft that I haven't been in a minute, like my musical theater side and things like that. But I was really thinking, I was like, why did I crash out? Why did I burn out? And I think I'm ready to like talk about it because I've come to terms with it. And it gives you guys kind of an insight on like the music industry as a whole. So buckle up. This is the story of how I've been burnt out this year and how I'm going to try and like make it better. So earlier this year, a song was released on my Spotify called I Am Fire. And all of last year, I had been working with a company that brought me on, a label out in Europe. They brought me on as a singer-songwriter for sync placements. Now, if you don't know what sync placements are, it's like any song that you hear in a commercial, in a movie, a TV show, a video game, like any song that accompanies like that is a sync placement. So usually what happens is artists will like make songs naturally, you know, their own songs, and then they'll just like submit an already finished song to these sync companies, and then those companies, you know, have their contacts with TV studios or, you know, music choosers for video games and movies and shows and commercials. This company, though, reached out to me via email and said like, hey, we would love to bring you on as a singer and songwriter. We create the music specifically for the things we know that our clients need. So they have like a closer relationship. Rather than me like making a song, throwing it in a bucket and hope they pick it out. It's like, oh, we are specifically making a song for this purpose, for this client or this need, and they have a direct line of communication. So last year I was working with this company and I was so excited because we were working so hard, and there was a few songs that we had written and made, but it was all virtual. It was all over email. We had like one Zoom meeting, but you know, other than that, like I have my own studio set up, like I can kind of figure it out. They sent me this one beat. I write this amazing song. I never say that about my work, but wow, I was so excited about this song. It was commercially perfect. Like it could have been an Adele song. It could have been like a James Bond song. It was perfect for a movie. And the original beat that they sent me that I wrote to was like upbeat, a little bit more funky. The instrumental was just like funkier. It was funner. It had more stuff that was going on. I wrote the song and I sent it to them and they loved it. They were so impressed. They were like, this is perfect. We're going to make this like one of our main songs that we're going to push next year. So, or later this year. So please, like, you know, let's get this rolling. And they go, but we want to make it a ballad. And I go, wow, perfect. Like, I actually think it would sound way better as a ballad. They send me this piano part. And the piano was like good. It was scarce. So, you know, as ballads are a lot of the times. But it wasn't in time. You know, if you were going to just record just a piano with just a vocal, it needs to be like really perfect. And the piano was it was scarce. You know what I mean? It was chordal. It wasn't anything crazy. So I matched the energy of my voice to a singular instrument beat, instrumental. And then they, you know, we go back and forth over email. They're like, oh, you know, can you sing it more upbeat, more excited? I'm like, on top of a sad piano? I don't really think that'll match. I'm like, yeah, we just want like better energy. I'm like, okay. I sent them a full recording. They wanted something different. I sent it again. They wanted something different. I sent it again. I sent them 4 different full recorded songs of this song with vocal arrangements, harmonies. This is what pissed me off, is like, I am getting exhausted at assuming that other people are more qualified than me, than putting my music or my songs in the hands of others, and then them gaslighting me and telling me that I did it wrong. No, honey, I specifically designed that vocal arrangement to go up the key, to go up the chords, and then have a diminished chord or have a dissonant chord, and then resolve. That's the excitement of the song, okay? Any amazing climactic song in a movie, climactic, Adele does it all over the place. Celine Dion, you go up, you have these harmonies, you hit a dissonant chord that sounds like it's out of place, and then you resolve it on a beautiful, resolute chord. That's what it is, okay? They told me, they were like, can you tell Diana, the producer, because I saw the note in my email they accidentally sent to me, can you tell Diana to stay in key? In key? Stay in key? Stay in key? I was vocally trained in opera as a child. Stay in key. Baby, I was born in a key. Okay. What the fuck do you mean stay in key, bitch? I was shook. I get back this version of the song. They tuned my vocals where it sounded so bad, so plain, it fit what they wanted. It was boring. And then they mixed my vocals so... I was disappointed. And the thing is the company, they got credits, okay? They got a resume, they got credits, they got a criteria, okay? They're good at what they do. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm inexperienced, I'm going to let the professionals do it. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let them do what they want. The more they keep sending me this song, I'm like, okay, when is it going to sound like radio ready? Are you guys going to make it master and make it sound like nice and crisp and clear and radio ready? No. Then they go to release the song under my name, and they released the wrong version. And by that point, I was like, I'm done. Like, I had a panic attack over this song, over these deadlines. Like, Dano had to, like, pick me up off the floor one night because I was screaming and crying. I had literally taken, like, hours to record these vocals, and I couldn't get them. And then because I was thinking so hard, like, they want it like this, but they don't want it like this, but they want it like this. And then I recorded the song. I was like, great, now I can go to bed. It was 4:30 a.m. and the whole fucking thing gets deleted, and I couldn't get it back. And I thought I had auto-saved it, but for some reason the computer didn't. And I had a fucking panic attack. And there was a piece of me that just thought, like, it's all going to be worth it. It's all going to be worth it, and my work, it's going to be worth it, and I'm going to get a big check from this, and I'm going to be happy. And it didn't come because they released that song. It's still on my page. I have to issue a takedown notice. It makes me sad because I really wanted to work with them, and I still would like to work with them, but I was like, I'm not going to be gaslit into being told that I don't know music or I don't know how to sing. You can tell me you don't like me. You can tell me that you hate me. You can tell me that you don't like the way I work, but you cannot tell me that I can't sing. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. And it exhausted me. Like, that song was a perfectly written song. I would love to re-record it. I own the lyrics, but that really, it killed me. It burnt me out. I was like, I just spent so much, like the last 6 months of last year on that song when I could have been putting out my own music. But it takes up so much hours of your day. And also, like, you're not making money while you're making the music. So I was like, okay, I have to record the song, and then I have to make content, and then I have to find new ways to monetize because I have to fund my music career through that, because you make the music, but you don't get paid until, like, later. It was traumatic for me, I think, and I hadn't realized it until this month. So in an effort to get me out of this funk, I've recently just kind of gotten re-inspired, and I was like, damn, I know what I'm doing. I know what I like. I know what I want to hear. I have great taste. I know what I'm doing, and I know you guys like what I'm doing, because you wouldn't follow me and you wouldn't listen to my music and you wouldn't ask me every other day, please don't stop singing. Please continue to release music. I know what I'm doing, and I know that I'm good, and I know that I have the ability to create good music. So my goal for the end of the year is I'm going to release at least 2 songs. At least 2 songs. And I'll throw in a freaking Christmas track in there. But at least 2 songs I'm going to release. And I'm excited to take a chance on myself and tell myself, yes, I can do that. I'm not going to wait on other people to achieve the dreams that I know I'm worthy of. It's not a dream. It's my effing reality. I'm not going to wait for other people to achieve the reality that I know I'm worthy of. So I've been working on new music. So get ready for something from me, okay? I don't wait on other people. Don't assume other people are better than you just because, they might have a better resume. They might have this, they might have that. But you know you. You know you. And that's a muscle that I've really just had to flex. And it's getting stronger by the day because, honey, this past week, I'm like, I got this, I got that, I got that. I am so ready for you guys. I'm so ready. Whew. Burnout, man. Seasonal depression, man, that's such a real thing. And that brings me to the next segment of this episode. This is our highly caffeinated topic of the day. Highly caffeinated. So highly caffeinated is a topic, if you guys are new here, that the followers, the listeners, oh my God. Yo, my dogs just farted in the other room and I can smell it from here. Oh my God. What is wrong with you guys? Farty McFartfikins. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. They're in the other room. That's insane. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It smells like decaying Wendy's 4 for $4. Okay. Our highly caffeinated topic today is seasonal depression and how to manage it and any tips. Highly caffeinated is a topic that you guys refer to me, any questions, anything that you want to know and anything you want me to answer, any advice that you need. And you guys ask me either on my live streams or through my TikTok and through Patreon. If you are signed up to the Patreon, any question that you have gets top priority. And if you are signed up for the Patreon, you get all the behind the scenes footage as well as other things that I can't say unless you're a Patreon member. And I have a bunch of things coming up just for the Patreon members. So we need some more of you up in there if you want those exclusive things. So seasonal depression. Here's the thing. The first time that I truly felt seasonal depression was last year. And it was because that I was working from home for the first time during the season. It's really scary. Really very scary to have seasonal depression. When you're working from home. I put on a lot of weight, not only from my IUD, but from being home a lot and just not being able to manage my day well. Here's my thing. Make a schedule and stick to it. I don't give a shit what you got to do to stick to it. Make a schedule and stick to it. Being outside, regardless of how dark it is out, is still good for you. You need to get vitamin D. Yes. You need to be outside. Yes. During the day. But you should, even if it's at night, take a nighttime walk. Bring a weapon, but take a nighttime walk. Okay? Listen to a podcast. Make sure you have your transparent sound on, but do something. Even if you play it in a speaker as you walk, go outside. Human connection will make you feel better. Go outside, go to a store, go to a park, go someplace where you know that other people are going to be. Human connection will ease your seasonal depression. We are social creatures. We are loving social creatures. You know what helps me with my seasonal depression? Even though it's during the morning, I am the first one to say good morning to anybody. People will think, New Yorkers, they're mean, they're not kind, they don't say good morning. Not this New Yorker, baby. I say, hi, how are you? Good morning. Good morning, have a great day. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. And watch how people's faces light up. Good morning to you too. And how are you? People you don't know, they're so excited to communicate. We thrive on human connection. We love that. Every once in a while, sure, you're going to get an asshole. Don't let that shake your day. You're going to inspire somebody to say good morning to the next person. And that helps seasonal depression. Even if you're going out at night, hey, good evening. Oh, get home safe. You know what I mean? Go someplace where you know other people are going to be. And I know it's expensive to leave the house right now. Every single time we exit the house, we exit our buildings, we exit our apartments, it's $300. find a free show, okay? If you can go to a cheap movie, go to a cheap movie. Sneak in some candy. AMC, don't sue me. You guys are expensive. Do something around people. Treat yourself, okay? If you live near a beach, you know what I would love to do when I lived at home? I would always drive to the beach because I lived like 15 minutes from it. I would always drive to the beach, get a nighttime drive. If you're from Long Island, you know. Driving down Ocean Parkway, driving down Jones Beach. Nothing like it. And now that the Gilgo Beach Killer has been caught, because I literally grew up 7 blocks from the Gilgo Beach Killer. Fun fact. They found the Gilgo Beach Killer, which if you guys don't know, I don't think he acted alone, but he was a serial killer from like the late 90s, early 2000s that would like murder all of these people and then stuff them at Gilgo Beach, which is like along Ocean Parkway. And they found the guy because they found his DNA in a pizza box here in the city on I think like 5th Avenue, Park Avenue or whatever. This man, my mom used to always say to me, she was like, no, Diana, like there's you should never go into somebody's van. You should never go into somebody's house. Don't listen to any men. I grew up on Long Island, okay? Nobody's doing that, all right? I grew up on Long Island, like, you know, fences, sidewalks, yards, kids on bikes, block parties, okay? I'm like, Mom, nobody's going to do that here. Nobody's going to do that in this neighborhood, okay? This man lived 7 blocks from me. I've passed his house many a time on a bike, on foot, walking dogs. I was passing a serial killer's house every single day. Gilgo Beach Killer. But they caught him. He's in jail. I think they're going to knock down his house. How did we get here? How did we get to a serial killer, the Gilgo Beach Killer? Anyways, hope he's great. Just kidding. Die. Seasonal depression. What the fuck? This martini. Seasonal depression. Go outside and avoid serial killers. So, people, human connection. You know, every word that's coming out of my mouth now is just getting fucking worse. Human connection. Go places where there are a lot of people. And also, like, don't be afraid. Find ways to, like, find beauty in your evenings. Like, right now, it's a Friday night. It's a Friday night. Everybody's out. I have to wake up early tomorrow. But you know what? I'm going to find a way to treat myself this evening. It's a Friday. I got some Trader Joe's spring rolls in the refrigerator. I'm going to cook them. Taste nicey nice. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch The Real Housewives. And I'm going to binge some garbage show and then maybe watch That's So Raven. Do something that makes you feel like you're having a party of one. I love doing that. Oh, I love it. Me and my boyfriend love having a party. Like, we'll have a party with Justice. We're like, oh my God, do you want to party tonight? And we'll just like party in our house and get super fucked up and like play spades. And like, yeah. Oh, he's amazing. Seasonal depression. Seriously, guys, like human connection is the key to seasonal depression. Watch my content if you're having seasonal depression. Listen to the podcast. I hope that can make you feel better. Yeah. Oh my God, I had a woman say, guys, to the woman earlier today who was on the live stream who was like, Diana, I left my cheating narcissistic husband because your content helped me. You helped my seasonal depression. Sometimes I really feel like, what the hell am I doing this for? And for you to text me that, I hope your ex-husband burns his lips every time he wants to sip a drink. And I hope somebody fucking steps on his toe every day. And I hope he can never find a parking spot. And I hope he has all of the minor inconveniences that he deserves. And I love you. That was just like, it made my freaking day. Oh, and light his shit on fire. Yeah. Light his shit on fire. That's fun. It's fun. It's amazing. Woo! Okay. You've been watching, the election's coming up, guys. Okay. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. Like I said in the last episode, I know who the fuck I'm voting for. Okay. Am I thrilled about it? No. But I know who I'm voting for because I know my morals. I know my God. I know my beliefs. I know what policies matter. And I know that blaming the lower class or the middle class or the poverty class is merely a distraction so that the top 1% can get away with whatever they want. And so I know who I'm voting for. But I'm really, let me tell you something. I'm getting real motherfucking sick and tired. I'm getting real sick and tired of these white bitches on the internet that are making it hard for the other white bitches, okay? You racist white girls on the internet are making it very hard for the non-racist white girls because we got to pick up your slack. And you know what that makes me? You know what I turn into when I have to pick up your slack? I turn into like a white savior, crazy, like bitch named like Chrysanthemum. And I'm like, I go out of my way and I sound fucking insane. I'm like, yes. Anytime I'm in front of like my friends of color, I have to go above and beyond to the point where it's uncomfortable so that they know that I'm okay and that I'm safe. Okay? I don't know how else to show my friends of color, my black friends, like I'm not with them. And you could say, oh, Diana, you're othering yourself from those white people. That's not fair. Fuck yeah, I am, bitch. Okay, yes, I'm exhausted. I'm not going to pay for the wrath of this crazy little white girl on the internet, Emily Wilson. That's her name, right? Of course it is. Of course it is. She sounds like she belongs in an after-school special. Emily Wilson. Regular, basic Emily Wilson. Oh, my God. Like, Smith. Like, what else is your last name? Sorry, I don't mean to come for you people with the same last name. But I'm so sick and tired of it. Like, she openly said on the internet, so she was on this podcast. I forgot the name of the podcast. She's on this podcast, and one of the other guests is Dean Withers, who is very, very liberal. He just did this whole Jubilee video where he debates 20 people at once and like who of opposing views. So he's liberal and he debates like 20 people that are super Republican or conservative. And they do like micro debates. And she's getting gobbled up by the dude. I'm not going to front. Like she's getting her ass beat. She's getting had. He is making her look like an idiot. And they're talking about like abortion. And she's like, that's not true that they took away Roe v. Wade. They just brought it back to the states, which is complete bullshit. They took away Roe v. Wade. They knew exactly what they're doing. And they want a national abortion ban. It was never going to go back to the states. And if you don't agree with me on this, I have to tell you, you are also pro-choice, but there's a lack of education there and a lack of understanding and empathy for other people. And we can get into that after this, but I am violently, aggressively, loudly pro-choice because I believe in the safety, the health of the mother and the children. And I believe in funding prenatal, postnatal care as well as preschool, as well as foster care, as well as CPS. And that's something that pro-life people do not care about. And for me, that's my line, okay, personally. But I digress. So they're talking about abortion, and Dean Withers goes, states' rights. So you think it's up to the state to dictate whatever women are in that state, whether or not they can get health care? So like essentially, like you can't control where you live. For a lot of people, you can't control where you live. You're born in a place and then you can't afford to move, or you're a military wife or whatever. So now it depends on your state of whether or not you can get life-saving health care. And you can say, oh, it's not life-saving. For a lot of women, it is, okay? And so he goes, well, you know, states' rights was also the argument when it came to slavery. So, like, if Alabama wanted to bring back slavery, like, you'd be okay with that? And she goes, yeah, sure. What do I care? Have it. Girl, I'm tired. I'm tired of picking up the slack of these other racist white bitches. I sound crazy talking to my black friends. I'm like, you are so safe with me. Yes, safe space. Yes. Oh my God, no, of course. And then like I'm like, I'm going so overboard. I sound fucking insane. They don't even want to be around me. Okay? You know how irritating it is to try and make yourself seem cool around people that you want to be friends with, and then they just assume that you fucking hate them? Oh my God. Stop. I'm so irritated. And I hope you lose your entire career off of that. And then I go to her TikTok page. This is what pisses me off about these racist white girls, okay? They come out with these insane takes. Insane. And they think they're just such hot takes. And I'm like, you sound like your highest form of education was like preschool, okay? You know what she says? She says in one of her TikToks, she's like, I just feel like Democrats are so ugly. Like, you look at the women that are like Republican and conservative, and like everybody looks so good. Everybody looks like, you know, well dressed and well kept, and like they're gorgeous. And then you look at like Democratic women. I'm sorry, hold on. How are you gonna say that like Hollywood is these crazy psycho liberals? And Hollywood is just woke liberal craziness, and then in the same breath say that Republicans are somehow prettier? Zendaya? We got Zendaya. I'm not even a liberal. We got Zendaya. Okay, we got Hollywood. We got the Hadids. Okay? Democrats are so ugly, but Republicans are gorgeous. We got Zendaya, babe. What the fuck are you talking about? And you got Ann Coulter? You got... What Don Jr.'s engaged to that chick from Fox, Kimberly, what Fugazi? What's her freaking name? Who looks like she belongs in Shark Tale? And you have the goddamn nerve to say that Republicans are the most gorgeous people on the planet and like the left and Democrats are ugly? We got Zendaya. What planet are you on? And that nerve to say that when you have 7 filters on your face at all times, okay? When you post on TikTok, I was looking at your page. I thought I went to 3 different pages because you post videos of you on TV on Fox News, and then you post the ones on TikTok. I'm like, oh, she's got a fraternal twin. Honey, get it together. Sick of it. Sick and tired. Listen, I might sound selfish. I do. I might sound selfish. I might sound insensitive. Really sorry about it. I'm exhausted as a white woman. I'm exhausted. That sounds crazy? Sure. I'm exhausted as a white woman, picking up the slack of these other racist white bitches. Okay? I don't like them either. Fighting tooth and nail to tell the people in my life, you're safe with me, you're good, you're great. I sound fucking insane. Knock it off. I'm sick and tired of these racist white bitches. I am. And imagine how tired everybody else is. Gosh. Sick of it. Sick and done. Sick and tired. And to round out the episode, that's who my ick of the week goes to, by the way. My ick of the week goes to that psycho crazy little bitch. Okay. I have an ick of the week for the men in the world. I have an ick of the week. Okay. If I see another man grown on a fucking Razor scooter in public as a mode of transportation, on a sidewalk, on a street, I am about ready to lose my shit. There's no reason why somebody with a size 10 foot should be pedaling on a fucking Razor scooter. Why are men pedaling? You ever seen a man pedal a scooter? Knock it off. Disgusting. Throw the whole man away. Throw him away. Throw him away. I don't know what's worse. A man pedaling a scooter or chasing after a ping pong ball. What's more unattractive? I can't do it. Why are you, and they're riding these scooters as if they're on like a motorbike. Like they're like, pedal. Like, throw the scooter out. The scooter belongs under a Christmas tree for a 7-year-old baby. I'm so tired of it. I had a Razor scooter when I was 8 and it was Barbie. You know how many times I have a scar on my chin because I fell off of it and I had to get stitches. Okay, nobody should ever be riding a scooter that young children have had to get stitches from. You might as well ride a bike with training wheels to me. Like, oh my God, get an electric scooter. I feel like electric scooters are fine. I like electric scooters. But oh my God, what the hell are we doing? It's my ick of the week. Sick of it, sick and tired. Sick and tired, throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away. Imagine going on a date with a man and he pulls up in a fucking Razor scooter with a helmet. with the helmet with the spikes. I'm sick. I'm ill. For the last few minutes of the episode, I just want to remind you, be a bad bitch today and tomorrow and yesterday and this evening and when you fall asleep and when you wake up. You are not late. You just haven't arrived yet. And you get to decide when you arrive. Now, like I've said, time is going to pass whether you like it or not. So you can arrive today or you can arrive in 6 months. But either way, that 6 months is going to come. So do you want to look back on the time where you could have started and said, damn, I should have started it then? Start right now. Start right now. You are only ever late. You are only ever behind if you never start, if you never try. Really. So get up off your ass. Get up. Get to fucking work. Because I believe in you. And you really deserve the life you want. If the life you want is of desire to you, and you can close your eyes and you can visualize it, then you deserve it. Okay? I mean, keep it fucking real. I mean, don't go thinking you're going to be a NASA astronaut when like you've never taken a chemistry class in your life. All right, let's be a little logical, okay? I'm all for Delulu, but don't go throwing yourself off of a roof. All right? You just got to start. You got to go do it. And I cannot explain that enough. I cannot be louder. I cannot be louder on that. And I'm learning it too. I'm embarrassed that I'm like starting music production up again and learning how to vocal produce. I feel like I should have done this when I was 7 years ago. I could have done this 7 years. I could have done it 5 years ago. I could have started investing in my setup then. But I'm doing it now and I'm here. What matters is that I'm here. I've arrived. And I'm ready to see where the F this takes us. Okay? So make sure you guys are following the Spotify. Subscribed. Please, please, please go rate it. Give it a rating. Write a comment. Share it. Even if you just copy the link, the more engagement on the podcast, the better. The more that Spotify will see people are listening. I cannot say this enough. I am dedicated to this. I am dedicated to you. I'm dedicated to Kawfee Tawk. I've been doing a lot of thinking about what kind of person and artist and creative I want to be and how I'm going to mold and make everything that I do cohesive under one message and one brand. And I want to be the girl you listen to when you need her, when you want to feel good, when you want to feel better, when you want to feel fed. I want to be that person. I don't want to give you no nonsense. I don't want to give you the same thing that everybody else has been giving you. I want to try and give you wisdom that I've learned. I want to try and give you a new point of view and also like instill empathy for people who might have different points of view. You know what I mean? I want to be that girl. And every week I'm going to try and make sure that the message is strong and it's about uplifting and empowerment and making ourselves better because that's what we both deserve. And we're growing, baby. And this has been episode 6 of Kawfee Tawk. So I hope you have that cup of coffee and I hope you have that little cup of tea or drink your martini. This has been so fun. You're hot. I love you. Bye.